I just said it's live. We're live.
Oh, maybe not my butt.
Yeah, no, you're good.
Maybe not.
We were super not ready, guys. All of a sudden, it was 4:30, 7:30, and we're like, ah!
I haven't even brushed my eyebrows yet.
It's okay.
All right. Apologies, guys. My eyebrows are whoa.
Shelly's to cut out when the ladies come for club. Sandwich? Huh?
Sorry, somebody was replying to me on the things, and then.
Oh, okay. Hi, guys. Hi, Muffins.
Welcome.
Welcome. Boom, boom.
Down. Boom, boom.
Hi, everybody. Oh, I'm so happy for Muffin Chat today.
Yes, girl.
I know, because I actually had a good wake for once. Not good according to the scale, but it was excellent in life and in Weight Watchers land and stuff. So, oh wow, damn.
Amelia, I think I'm saying that right. Amelia, I'm saying that wrong. I'm sorry, I'm from Georgia. I don't read right.
Say the first part. Say it.
Mignolt. Mignolt.
Oh
I have this. I can't read things correctly, but she said she's at the gym. Yes, girl, get it.
Woo! So we have some exciting stuff. We're gonna talk. We have some cool stuff to talk about. And do you want to talk about the exciting thing?
Yeah. Do you want me to show it or just say? Okay, so we're going to do a little surprise giveaway in this chat for you guys. But the surprise part is that you don't know what you have to do to enter. Ha! Secrets.
But you will be entering at some point.
Yeah, so you will be making an entry into it, and we will let you know if you win. We're not going to tell you how to enter, and it's fun. And we like the shits and giggles. All right, but I'm going to give you a box of Smart Cakes.
Yay!
So you'll be entering to win a box of Smart Cakes in a secret way that you don't know. So good luck.
It's so random, but it's so good too.
Yeah, we think it's funny.
It'll all be clear.
It will all be made clear.
It'll be just like The Sixth Sense. You'll be
yes.
So confused, and at the end you're like, oh my gosh, you got it.
But I'm not dead, and neither are you, so we're good.
We're all solid.
Yeah.
So, you want to do some let's talk about the weeks?
Sure. Okay.
Last week was awesome. I was on track every single day. I was excited to be on track. Like where you can't wait to get up the next day and like enter your food kind of thing. I totally had that same feeling of when you first start Weight Watchers for the first time, that like, ooh, like so pumped. And it felt so good. And then I weighed myself on Friday, and I was exactly the same. I even ran like several times, and I was exactly the same. It was my hormonal week, being a woman and all. But, yep, I stayed the same. And I was so upset. I called Cherie, and I was just like, I called her on the way to running. And I was like, this is the worst ever. Oh, my gosh, this sucks. And why? And it's so hard, when you work so hard and then you don't see the payout on the scale. So I did really good. And then Saturday, my husband and I got in a fight, and normally we resolve stuff really quick, but he gave me the cold shoulder for the whole day, and I binged hard, guys.
You found warmth in delicious food.
I hit those snacks like they owed me money. Like, no joke. Like, that is how I was. And I
better have my money.
Better have my money. And it was so funny because I was totally aware of what I was doing the entire time. I knew every single bite I was putting in my mouth. I knew I knew I should call Cherie, but I didn't want to because I didn't want her to tell me to stop because I didn't want to stop. Like, that was my mindset, and it was really horrible. But I woke up Sunday, and I am back. I've been on track ever since. So I've been within my points. I've been working really hard. I'm going for a run today after Muffin Chat. Like, I did not let that defeat me. But, you know, I mean,
I think that's a huge battle, like, that you overcame. Is you did have a fall down on Saturday, but you picked yourself right back up. And in the past, when you've done that, you've just been like, screw it, the whole weekend. Let's go crazy.
Exactly.
So that's amazing.
So I weighed myself Sunday morning after my crazy binge, and I was up 3 pounds, you guys. Like, I was horrified. I was up higher than I was when I weighed myself when I was like, time to get on track. And I was like, oh my gosh, what did I do? And it was horrible. And so I decided, hey, I'm not, Sheree and I talked, we're like, we're not going to weigh ourselves until Friday. I did weigh myself this morning, and it is.
I did too.
I had to weigh myself just to make sure that that wasn't real. I knew it wasn't real weight. I know I was hanging on to stuff, but now I'm not weighing myself till Friday, and I feel ready. So I weighed the same. I weighed in at, I think it was 171.8. I think I might have been 171.6. So maybe down 0.2, but I was pretty much exactly the same.
Yeah. We had like very similar weeks. Like, I feel like I tried really hard, and I went to the gym 3 times, which isn't, you know, like a ton, but I don't go to the gym. And stayed within my points, didn't eat all my weeklies, and I gained 1.2. Friday I was up 1.2, and I was like, what in the world? And it got to me a little bit. I was kind of grumpy Friday. If you watched my vlog, I was not in the best mood, but I pushed myself to go to the gym, and I went. And I did weigh myself this morning. I'm down 1.1. So I think I basically maintained, but it's still frustrating when you're putting in all the work and you're not getting any of the benefits. So, yeah, it was tough. But I got back in the gym this morning. I went and did yoga for an hour, and I did 30 minutes on the rowing machine. So an hour and a half of activity, and just got to keep going. Yeah, I have blisters from the rowing machine. I just ordered gloves because I'm hardcore.
Oh my gosh, Rebecca, that's so true. Gaining sucks when you do what's right.
Yes. I was looking at that scale, like, I weighed myself 3 times because I was like, it's got to be like propped up on something, or like, I'm like, let me take something off. No.
Oh my gosh, Cece, here's kisses for your babies. Hi, babies. Whenever I watch Sheree's vlogs, my son comes running in. Should we? And he's like trying to look. I'm like, no, it's not a video, because we always FaceTime like every morning, and my kids come in and like talk to her.
He is the cutest thing ever.
Yeah, so we feel that, and it's so good. But we totally talked about it on Friday too. Like, we were both really cranky, and it was so funny because we just started out like, meh, 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 and then all of a sudden it started to build. Like, we were mad, and then it was, let's talk about, let's realize, and then it just turned into like, we got this, let's do this. I just got back from the gym, you're going for a run, like, we are killing this, and
we will not be defeated.
Will not be defeated. And it was awesome.
Yeah.
It's so good to have a ride or die. You know what I mean? Like, to just have somebody that, you know, no matter if you are like on track, if you are off track, if you are, you know, face deep in a pile of Oreos, or you have like a bag of Cocoa Puffs strapped to your face like a feed bag, that you got someone to talk to about it, and you're gonna get through it. So, I'm sorry, guys. I'm just going to answer this question really quick. You've asked, what made you become a coach, as I am heading that way? So basically, I was at a point where I was so appreciative of the things that I got back from Weight Watchers. Like, I had just ran a 5K with my daughter, and this was in November, and I was feeling so good. I've never in my life lost weight like this, and was doing it in a way that was work. You know, I've always looked for the easy route. I never put in the time and the patience to be good with myself. And I was so proud of myself and so thankful that there was a program that encouraged that and like brought it out of me, that I just wanted to do it for other people. And your Weight Watchers is free.
And we get it free for a lifetime. Not we, I'm not there yet.
Not in it for the money, girl. Like, don't don't think that you're gonna be like, oh, I'm living in the house that Weight Watchers paid for. Like, it doesn't happen. Like, it is not a lot of money, but it does offer a really flexible schedule. So it's nice if you want to do something part time, and it feels good. I mean, to talk
products first.
Yeah, and you get to also have. It's so important to have this much dialogue about what you're doing. Like, I can't just talk to everybody in my life about it, or else they'd be sick of it. Like, they don't want to hear about Weight Watchers all the time. But I can go and talk to everybody about it. And I'm not really a coach. I don't tell people what to do. I'm more of a facilitator. I let everybody be the expert in the room and share with each other what's working and what's good. And I support them and celebrate them. And that's what I do. I wouldn't consider myself a leader, a coach, anything like that. I'm just a person that's been there that is just facilitating a conversation between people that normally wouldn't do it. So that was a long answer. Is that all right?
You win Miss America.
Yeah, I don't know. Whatever. But it's fun. It's work, but it's fun. I love receptioning. That's my favorite. That's my jam. That's the one-on-one time you get with people on the scale, and it's super awesome.
Yeah, I think if I was ever to do that, that's what I would want to do.
Yeah, it's really, I totally think Sheree would be like the best receptionist ever. I would be fine getting on the scale if I saw Sheree's bright, shining face.
I'd be like, wee!
I know. Some people aren't like that, though.
I don't know.
So, but anyway, no, girl, leaders are always sometimes it's like, I just have to be like, I don't know what's going on. Like, I don't have an answer for this, guys. Like, I haven't mastered this. I'm someone who feels like they have got this down. Let's talk to you about it, you know? But I think that might be a problem. I think at some point in Weight Watchers, leaders were kind of on a pedestal. And so that has kind of maintained, but they're really not. I mean,
they're people too.
We're really just there to support and to share. So, but yeah. Mm-hmm. So,
yeah, I don't know how you can work at Weight Watchers and have grumpy face. Like, you gotta be bringing the smiles, yo.
Oh my gosh, and it's ridiculous because I am like always like, hey, like so excited when people come up and they're like, hi.
Too much of that.
I've subbed as a receptionist, and like the other receptionist was like, can you like tone it down a notch? I'm like, no. Can you
don't dull my sparkle?
I think I hear you need to bring the heat because we're doing this today. So do we kind of want to get talk about we talked about this a little bit last week, but talk about the products?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just because there has been some, I don't know how to word it. There's been some inquiry about the reviews, and since we are starting to do reviews on our channel, and we've been doing this for a year and haven't done it, we just want to make sure everything is crystal clear and that there's no confusion. So I did the Smart Cakes review this week. If you guys missed it, go check it out. I did a live tasting where I gave you my honest opinion on them delicious cakes, and I offered a 10% discount code with a name, and I had some questions on whether or not we are making money off of the reviews, which I just think is really funny because we've been doing YouTube for over a year now, and we have not made enough money to get an airline ticket. Like, we vlog every day.
Yeah, you have to hit $100 with YouTube to get paid out. We ain't been paid out yet, guys. So
we have not even gotten a pay. We've been on YouTube together 5 days a week for over a year. Have not gotten a paycheck yet. So we are not, this is not our income. Yeah. And so with the Smart Cakes, I actually didn't even read that part of the email. You can ask Celia. I don't ever read emails. I just jump right into stuff. But with the discount code, we do get 5% or something like that of every purchase. But that's literally like 4 pennies.
So it's 4 cents. And then once enough people, so once like $60 worth of that 4 cents, however, how many hundreds of people would have to buy Smart Cakes?
And we're not a very big channel, so I mean, I would have to like.
Yeah, that's how many people would have to buy, like, what? I don't know, like 600 people would have to buy smart cakes for us even to be considered for a check. So
yeah. You have to make a certain amount before they give you anything, and there's no way we're going to make it. I just wanted to offer you guys a discount because anytime I go to a website to purchase something, I always look for a coupon. So I asked them if they could do a code.
well, and that's the only reason that we accept a code is not for our income, but it's so that way we're offering you guys a way to get stuff for cheap,
right?
Like, or for less money. That's it. So
we just didn't want y'all to think we were rolling in the dough over here on this Smart Cakes money.
Yeah, there's a difference. So Sheree and I have both been doing YouTube for quite a long time. We both had beauty channels where we did reviews for companies all the time. And so when a company contacts you to just share a product, there is no, you are not in any binding contract to give them a positive review. We would never accept a product, anything that made us give a positive review. Our integrity is very important to us because this is our lives and we've been vulnerable this far. We're not about to
give that up now.
Yeah. So
tea and cakes.
Right. So that's us just reviewing stuff, is just sharing with you. We have no obligation to give a positive review on them. And then there is something called a sponsorship, which is where you actually do make money off of it. And however your review is negotiated with them. It's still not like people are making a fortune off of these things. I mean, we're not, Jenna Marbles.
I wish I was.
I mean, those don't even get offered to you at, I'm just saying, like, we just want you guys to understand that we're not in it for.
We are trying to find more things to help your journey because it helps ours. And if I find something that I genuinely think is delicious and it's a cake and it's one smart point, like, I'm going to tell everybody about it. And regardless of the code, I would have told you about it. So just wanted to clear the air. No big, but.
And we only bring it up because we have been contacted by people that were concerned.
Right. So we just want to make sure that you are aware that we're not, this isn't our get rich scheme, because YouTube does not make anybody rich.
Right. I mean, I have a teamy video that I am working on. I've been testing this every single day. Like, I've been using it and making sure that it is something, I want to make sure that what I'm sharing with you is legit. Too legit, in fact, to quit.
Yeah, because I mean, nothing makes me more upset than when I see somebody review something and they've given a false review and then I go and buy it and I hate it. And I mean, you're not going to 100% agree with everyone, so there is always that chance. But I hate it when it's obvious when I get the product that they were full of it and I just wasted my dollars,
Totally.
So I would never do that to you.
We interact so much with you guys on a personal level. Like, what we talk about is so much more intimate than just like, oh, your highlights on fleek, with a makeup channel or with like a product testing channel. Like, we actually have a human connection with you guys, and we don't want to disturb that at all by sharing something with you that we don't like. I think something is delicious and you might not, of course, but I will share with you what my honest opinion is of something.
Yeah.
Basically, that's the gist.
Plus, I kind of feel like up to this point, we have spent so much money on this channel, like buying stuff to taste that had nothing to do with the company, buying stuff just so we could share it for you guys, special videos, cooking videos, anything we do make in little tiny bits is coming right back into the channel. So it's the whole reason we did this YouTube channel is because we were going to like use anything we made to go and fly and see each other. And we still haven't made enough to do that. So that's how long it's been.
Yeah, and I spent like $40 on Walden Farm stuff that ended up in the trash just so I could try it for you guys.
That was so bad.
It was so gnarly. So anyway, we just, like I said, it's not a fun thing to talk about, but we just want to share what we, this kind of stuff.
We want to keep it transparent.
That is what it is. We do have like a genuine topic as well.
Yes.
Should we see what do you guys want to share? Like, what's your?
Yeah, let's everybody share your weigh-ins. How was your week?
How was your week?
The good, the bad, the ugly. Let us see it all.
Bear it all. Yeah, so I am going to do an official Teamy video, but somebody had asked how it was. So I'm not doing the colon part of it. I really do want to do the detox because I have digestive issues. But the Teeny Skinny that I've been having, I was a coffee drinker. I drank coffee every morning, as you've seen from the last year of my vlogs. But I haven't drank coffee in an entire week. Since I got it, I've drank it, and I like it. I mean, it gives me a boost of energy. I drink it in the morning. Sometimes I have it in the afternoon with, but I have it iced. And yeah, so.
Yeah, I had it today, and I have to say that I was, I'm always kind of nervous about loose leaf teas because they can be intense, but it was super mellow and delicious.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's a very mild tea. I don't notice so much of an appetite suppressant, but I do get energy from it. And I mean, I got like 9 loads of laundry done yesterday. I did notice an energy increase for sure. I have 3 children. I can't fake getting energy. If something does not give me energy, I know like that I am just like dead to the world. I need my coffee. Don't touch me. Don't talk to me. So,
yes.
And as a testament, I am going to be buying the 30-day detox for myself because I do enjoy the tea so much. And that's not, I mean, I'm not getting a discount. I'm not doing anything special. I'm going to be purchasing it for the $50 for both styles of tea. So
got to get the full experience.
Yeah. So, yep. So that was good. The scale is going awesome. Cherie did a fabulous demo in her video all about the scale. I loves it, Precious.
I know. I love and hate it because when I, weigh things, it tells me the truth. Instead of me just saying, this is a medium-sized potato, when I weigh it, it's not a medium-sized potato.
Right. Well, Mallory, that's the thing. Yeah, it's like totally fine. I didn't feel jittery. I've heard some people say that they get kind of shaky after they drink it, but I drink a buttload of coffee like all the time, and I would drink sugar-free monsters and stuff too, which I haven't had. Like, I don't think I've had not as much as I normally do. So I've just taken my Teeny instead. Oh, so yeah. But, I do want to give a shout out to Miss Jackie, who's in the chat. She was at the dentist today.
Yeah, she's having some dental stuff. Pea bags on her. That sounded bad. Bags of vegetables on her face, frozen bags.
Oh,
that sounded bad.
pea bag Jackie.
I meant like frozen peas. I couldn't tell what they were, but I always.
Wives' tale. When you get dental surgery done, put a bag of urine on your face.
It's got properties that'll get rid of infection.
Oh, drooly emoji faces. Poor Jackie. So.
All right, I think we got somebody.
Future cakes.
All right. I don't know what that was. All right, guys. So without knowing it, you just entered the giveaway. Congratulations, everybody.
Woo!
So the secret giveaway was we wanted to give these to someone who had, a slight gain this week. So we're going to give it to Empowered Fitness Mama.
Woo!
So email us your address, and we will get these shipped out to you tomorrow. Or whenever you email us.
Is Motivated Muffins.
The Motivated Muffins. We'll put it in the down bar once this video goes live. So you are a winner.
Yay! Look it. You didn't even know.
You guys had no idea you were even in it.
Yeah, well, just since both of us had such discouraging, we had such moments of like angst on the scale.
Yeah, and the scale was not nice to us this week. I was like, you know what? I just think that if you had maybe you had a rough scale relationship this week, you might need a cake, and it's only 1 smart point, so you need it.
Get your cake, girl.
Get your cake, girl.
You can have your cake and eat it too.
You can have your cake and eat it too. Because why? Because it's 1 smart point.
Oh my gosh, we're like so adorable. We just
I know.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, don't forget to email us, Empowered Fitness Mama, and we will get that out to you. Thanks, guys. But congrats to everyone who had a loss, and if you had a gain, don't sweat it. We are there. We're getting right back in it, and we're going to make it happen this week.
We're doing it with you.
Yes.
So, our topic is something Sheree and I were talking about this morning, and it's just about body shaming others, or just like how we look at other people's bodies and how it causes us to treat other people.
Mm-hmm.
And we're not just talking about people mistreating people that are overweight. It's all of it. So do you want to share what triggered that for you, that moment today?
Well, I went to the gym, and this is not the first time this has happened with this particular group of girls. So that's why now I'm starting to internalize it. Because, I mean, I do think that I think I'm pretty disarming. I don't think that I come off as like, I'm obviously better than you are. You know, like, I don't think that's my spirit. And so anyway, so I often see this group of girls, and they're, you know, they're in the same place I used to be, and they're here, they're working out, they're trying to get themselves in order, and I am all about that life. And so I kind of want to reach out to them and just be like, hey, you know, hi guys, like, kindred spirits, like, let's gym together. And the first time I tried to approach them, I walked up, and of course everybody goes silent, and I'm just like did I fart? And and one of the girls, you have fan? And one of the girls had a really cute little backpack, and I was like, oh my God, I love your backpack. And she looked at me like I had like insulted her mother, and then was like, thanks. Like that I had it, like I was trying to insult her or something. So then I was like, okay, maybe she's having a bad day. We'll just move on. And then the same thing happened again today. I saw the same group of girls, and I was like, maybe she just had a bad day. And so they're right next to my locker, and I'm like, hi guys, you know, what's up? Monday. And they're like, I mean, like nothing. Like they want nothing to do with me. And I'm just like
stank faces. And
yeah, total stank face. And I'm like, we're kindred spirits, man. Like,
so
in the club.
So when she was sharing this with me, I started to think about some stuff. So one thing that I totally experienced when I had lost weight is that I got dirty looks constantly from people that were at a different stage in their journey than I was. And I had people constantly assume that I was always thin. Like people would say, like, I'd be like, oh, like they'd ask me about, oh, how's Zumba? And I was like, it's really good. It's super fun. Blah, blah, blah. And they're like, yeah, I bet it's super easy for someone like you. And I'm like, whoa, pump the brakes, guys. I lost 65 pounds. Like I haven't always, you know, been thin. So this isn't what we're talking about. We're not talking about thin shaming. What we're talking about is that us talking about this made us realize what we do.
Yeah.
How we are totally guilty of this as well.
Yeah.
When I was heavier, I would walk into a room and I would gauge what people were heavier than me, what people were thinner than me, and where I felt comfortable and who I felt comfortable talking to. I immediately always assumed that the people that were thin were happier than me, they were cooler than me, they were more attractive than me. They had so much more going than I did. And I was immediately intimidated, and I became defensive and said, oh, what a bitch. I don't want to be friends with that person.
Yeah.
And we were talking about that because it's so rare for us to take accountability for that.
And when I was telling this to Celia, and as I'm saying it, I said, oh my gosh, because I was about to follow it up with another story. And I was like, I did the exact same thing today to somebody else. I mean, I didn't interact with them like physically, but in my mind, I thought something about them that I don't know because I don't know them. And I was just assuming because they were fit, like super fit in super cute fit clothes, and like I had assumptions about them that could totally be wrong. And then I was like, but that's exactly what those girls did to me, and I'm doing it to someone else. Like, we need to change this mindset to where it's not like that, you know?
Right. And it was something I did everywhere I went, like everywhere. And the insecurity that we have is so not solely, you know what I mean? It transcribes through so many people, and so many people are going through so many things, but we don't see that. And it's so funny because we are so vulnerable, because as women that have been overweight, we have been attacked. We have been treated like we are less than, and so it puts us in a very defensive mode.
Mhm.
But
Like, I wish. Go ahead. I was gonna say I just wish there was a way to like let people know, like, I've been there. Don't judge me. You know.
Yeah, and it's so hard because I have to tell you that. And I remember being heavier and like laughing with like Cherie, like when I was at my heaviest, like finding comfort in her being like, oh, whatever, that skinny brat, you know, complaining about her, whatever, you know, like we would find support with each other in certain areas of that. I mean, I still take accountability, Celia. It is a monster that we want to remedy in ourselves, like something that we want to be accountable with each other with the way that we talk about other people. And it's just something that, like I said, is something that we do as a defense mechanism to make ourselves feel not less than. And when we find people that are similar to us, we tend to like
cluster up.
Yeah, it makes it more okay, you know.
Not a crowd mentality. What is that called?
Mob mentality.
Yeah.
And I think that, so 65 pounds, or no, not even 65 pounds ago, guys, I got to say it right. 50 pounds ago versus where I am at right now, I have to tell you that walking into the gym and having people look at me or treat me poorly does not feel any different. It doesn't feel worse because I was heavier. And it's not like because I'm thinner, I'm just like, oh, whatever, it doesn't matter. I'm thin, so nothing bothers me now. It totally does. I mean, it hurts my feelings. It makes me feel like what I'm doing and what I did isn't good. I was telling Cherie that my mom told me that a family friend has asked me about this program and losing weight with some of her other friends and family that were around my mom that are also overweight. We're talking about how I lost weight and how I could not have possibly have done it from just doing Weight Watchers, that it was too fast and that I looked sickly. And that really hurt my feelings.
Yeah. But I think that's her, like, just like we do, I think that's her defense mechanism to make herself feel better because she's not willing to put in the work, you know?
Totally. And so I think that, I mean, while we can't control what other people are doing, we can rid ourselves of that toxicity.
Yeah. And make a conscious effort to push it out of your brain and think something else. Anya made a good point. She said she thinks that the first thought that you have is what society makes you feel, and then your second thought is what you actually feel. And that's true because society has kind of taught us as women to be in competition and to constantly worry about our body being perfect all the time. And if it's not, then it's not good enough. And am I better than the person next to me is mostly based on my body. And that's all society telling you that. That's not factual. Your body and its composition has no effect on the person next to you. So
yeah, I mean, and that's the way it is. I mean, it is what I mean, there's so many instances where this comes up. Like if you're out, I mean, if you're whatever it is that you're doing, you know, and you pick up the comments, you know, about like what people say, or, you know, just the same as when you're no matter what it is in your journey, the fact that people have an opinion on your body and what that means in their life and however that makes them feel is how they're going to treat you because of that is sticky and cruddy and hard. It really is. And so I think that that's a mindset change. You know, we talk about all these other things that go into weight loss, and that mindset shift is really a big deal. Mm-hmm. Because the way that we judge others and the way that we tear other people down, or the way that we snap judgment, not even meaning to. This doesn't mean you're a bad person because you look at someone and think, you know, or have that instinct. It doesn't make you a bad person. But it is the way that you're going to talk to yourself. I mean, we talk to people nicer than we talk to ourselves all the time. So if we're not willing to give somebody else grace or somebody else positivity, then we're certainly not going to do it for ourselves.
Right.
That's a big deal.
So we just wanted to sort of like, we're kind of making a commitment to try and consciously, if that happens, make a second thought and say, no, maybe I'm going to go up and say hi to you instead. Or, if it's now my goal to make those girls talk to me. Like, I'm going to be so syrupy sweet. Them girls can't get me off. I'm going to be like, they're just going to want to hang out with me. It's going to happen. We're going to be having drinks in no time. I don't drink, but we're going to be having coffee in no time.
Yeah, that is hard. Mallory brings up, what about what we think of ourselves? How can we build ourselves up while we are in the midst of getting to our goal? The really hard part about that is because there is such a fine line between taking personal inventory and tearing yourself down, because we have to be accountable and strong and face those demons. But we also at the same time have to have grace for ourselves and to understand that we are a process. So I think, there's so many like of those psychological like things that you could do, like, look at yourself in the mirror for 10 seconds and do all of these things, there is value in looking at your body as what it does for you.
Yeah.
Like I have had 3 children. I will never have narrow hips. I will always have a little bit thicker thighs and butt. And, and what do I think about with that? Okay, I'm a mom. I have wide hips and I can hold my babies.
Mm-hmm.
I have a thick butt and thighs and I can rock them while sitting on the ground. Mm-hmm. These are things that my body, and I can shut a car door like that with my hands full of these. I'm telling you the truth, girl. Preach.
Also, Mallory asked earlier, like said that she felt uncomfortable when she went to the gym in like the muscly sort of areas because everyone there is so fit, and how to sort of push past that. And I'm kind of living that right now because the rowing machine is in the middle of the CrossFit area where like they do the ropes and like their push-ups and there's a whole lot of that. And there's only one machine in the place. So I put my headphones in and I tune it out. I'm just like, I'm here to better myself. They're here to better themselves. I can't change what they're thinking of me if they are thinking of me, which they're probably not because they're sweating their face off. But I'm here to get my workout in, and I'm here to improve myself. So that kind of helps me get through it. I just sort of like tunnel vision it out.
Yeah. And I think too, having a positive affirmation, as corny as it might sound, a one-liner that you tell yourself when you recognize what you're doing. Like when you're looking at yourself in the mirror and you think, oh man, my blah, blah, blah. Even if it's something that's so simple as, this is my body today. This isn't my body forever.
Yeah.
Like, this is my body today.
I'm going to keep working and it's going to be different.
As simple as that. But just to have some kind of combative way to come at them instead of just recognizing it, recognize it and combat it a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what we're saying. Like, it's impossible. We're human and we're going to have thoughts, but just trying to make that conscious effort to switch that thought around when you have it or acknowledge it and like send a little apology to the universe. Like, I'm really sorry. That was rude. Let me reevaluate. Yeah. We all do it. It's impossible not to.
Yeah.
If you say you don't, you're lying, because you definitely, even if it's not just for weight, you just have snap judgments on people when you're out and about, and that's just how it is. But you can work to retrain that brain,
Totally. And I think that we get really caught up in like because we're not supposed to think that way, which is true. We should be kind to each other. Doesn't mean that it doesn't happen and that it doesn't make you this villain of the world or that you are undeserving of whatever, but I just think that we're not always honest about those kind of things because we're scared of the way people are going to look at us. It was really uncomfortable for me to say on here that when I'm in a room, I am evaluating where I fit in. Like, it was uncomfortable for me to share that with you guys because I don't want them to think I'm a judgmental person. I am a person who makes snap judgments conditioned on my environment, which I have been subjected to ridicule no matter what size I was, but I'm working on fixing that.
Yeah. And, you know, and nobody's perfect. You know, you always have to just strive to be a little bit better. And making, or like realizing these things and then making an effort to fix them, I think it's a huge step. And it's a huge step in the right direction. And if everyone did this little step, imagine where we all be, you know?
Totally. It's like, I don't know. It is such a big thing to grasp, but just having the dialogue, just Sheree and I talking about it today was like, ugh. A Yoko Behringer.
Got him.
Got him.
That was like instant. I was like, bloop, bye.
Don't stand a chance up in here.
That moderator's crazy fast.
Get him. Get him.
I made a snap judgment on him, and it said he's 11 years old, and his mom doesn't know he's on the internet.
Yeah, a Yoku. Oh, yeah. Yoku got banned.
So yeah, I think, you know, and I see this, like, just to kind of build on this topic, I see this a lot in the YouTube community as well. I feel like people will come to people who have channels and they will judge them on a day that they had or a food item that they ate, and then they will feel like they have the authority to say something about it, but they need to retrain their brain to say, this is not my life, this is not affecting my life, I don't have to say anything, you know?
Yes. I think, well, the internet is just a beast on its own. It's really easy to be faceless and to be verbal about your judgments. And, you know, I mean, people, you know, I think the best thing that ever happened to me was putting things out there on the internet, because I cannot go onto someone's video and say something horrible about, like, whatever you know what I mean? It takes guts to put out content. It takes bigger guts to put out content when you are on a weight loss journey. If you are going into a person that is trying and you are tearing them down, you are an asshole.
Yeah, it's true. If you come to someone who is already struggling or is having a rough day, or even if they aren't, and just feel like you can, that's totally different if you are being genuinely like trying to help. I have a constructive thing to say, I think this could help you. But we know the difference.
We know the difference. Everyone knows the difference. Like,
usually it starts with, I don't mean to be mean, but, or not, or something along those lines. And then you're like, here it comes.
Yeah. And usually it's so funny. It just, and it's not funny, actually. It's not, it's rude. And it's, to be totally honest, like, I'm so done tiptoeing around it being like, well, if you want to leave, I'm done. Like, if you're going to be a jerk, then go.
Delete.
Nobody.
I'm lightning fast on the deletes. So,
like, do I agree with everything that I see on YouTube? I watch YouTube all the freaking time. I watch tons of vlogs by tons of different people all the time. You may not know it. I might not be commenting all the time, but I'm watching, and it's like, I see stuff on there, and I'm just like, holy cow, you are like, who are you?
Like, go get a life.
Like, that is so awful. And I mean, no matter what it is, that person's journey, like, that they are willing to bear it out there, and that they're, you know, this might not be, whatever their journey is, might not be to motivate you.
Yeah.
Like, it might be for them. And that's so you can have a YouTube channel that is to motivate yourself. You don't have to be putting, you know, it out there to be like I'm doing a social, I'm doing like this service for everybody, you know. I mean, weight loss is hard, man. It's messy. It's not perfect. It's crying, you know. Sometimes it's crying. Sometimes it's eating. Sometimes it's, you know, whatever. But it's what it is.
Yeah, it's not always a happy journey. It's just a journey, and it's up and it's down.
We had a friend of ours that recently got attacked in a malicious way by somebody that went through and was like going through their journey and pointing out things that was none of
their business.
None of their business. I mean, yes, we open up our lives and invite things and are showing you them, but it doesn't mean that you can be, like I said, an asshole.
I kind of feel like if it's something that you would not say to a person to their face, you should keep it inside. Like, at least that's what I do. Maybe that's because I was raised.
Yeah, I mean, and it's,
but
and Sheree and I, man, we are unpolished. We really are. We're like, we are just like these, I don't know. We just are. We don't have fancy lighting. We don't, we don't suck it in for anything. We just do what we got to do. And
I can't.
and we just, that's it. And that's what we do. And do I expect that people are going to look at me and be like, oh, I don't like snake bites. Oh, I mean, wow, she ate cow's milk or drank cow's milk, or I don't know. She calls her kid dude. I don't know. Whatever it is, people will find like that. Oh, this isn't for me, and I get that. But you can be respectful about it, and that's cool. So but that's part of it, Like if you're spreading negativity out there, you're not opening up yourself to receive positivity from yourself, from others, whatever.
Right.
Because you're not going to hear it.
But I feel sorry for those people inside. I'm mad at them on the outside, but on the inside, I just feel sorry for them, and they might need a hug.
I don't feel sorry for them.
I know. That's why we work well together. We're the yin and the yang.
That is Sheree. Like, if someone was super rude on her, like, actually has happened. People have been flat out horrible, like said horrible things to her. And it's not like a split second. I'm like, hold my earrings, girl. I got this. And I go in hard. And I'm just like, who do you think you are? Go away, blah, blah, blah. And then Sheree's like, but thanks so much for watching. I hope you have a good day.
That's true. I'm like, I really hope your day gets better. I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry that something's going on with you that makes you feel like you have to project on me. And I'm like in the back like this.
You're out. You're out. It's so true.
It's so
it's good though, because sometimes I can bring Celia down, like if it's not that bad, and I'm like, just put the earrings back, one earring back on, and then she can step up and be like, no, Sheree, you don't have to take that. So like we're perfect. We're perfect yin and yang.
Right. I don't let people talk bad about Sheree.
No one's talked bad about you to me, but
I just don't. I don't handle it well.
I don't. It gets real ugly.
Yeah, I mean, I'll defend myself just fine, but usually not to the extreme that I will defend Sheree's honor. She is my ride or die, my friend. I will.
That's great.
Things I would do for you.
That's
like in a fighting kind of way. I mean, I would fight. But, that's basically it. I know we kind of got off on a little bit of a tangent.
Sorry, we got a little crazy. We're passionate.
But just open yourself up for positivity by putting it out there.
Yeah. And if you notice yourself being judgmental, just follow that up with, just wipe your slate clean. Have another thought.
Yeah.
You guys are so sweet. We love you guys so much. We would not be as successful or have any success in this program or anything if we didn't have such awesome subscribers who really motivated us to keep going and celebrated the fact that we are who we are.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, we've shared some both of us have shared really intimate moments with you guys. Oh, man, my hair is crazy. Just like that. We've shared some really intimate moments with you guys.
We're not real close.
Not always pretty, but we are always here. Should that be the tag?
Yes, I think so.
We're not always pretty, but we are always here.
Our eyebrows don't always match, but we're definitely always on time.
Oh, man. Our face will be sunburned, whatever it is. Yeah, we love you guys, too. I mean, just so much. Everything that Sheree just said is just so true, that we get this outpouring from people. I mean, please, I don't want anybody to take this the wrong way. Don't feel like you have to ever send anything. That's not the thing. But I was going through a horrid depression, severe panic attacks that were crippling. And I was having a hard time. I was sharing a little bit on the channel about what I was going through. And Jackie just I opened my mailbox one day and there was a box full of unicorn stuff from Jackie. And I was just, the fact that I was being so tormented and so tortured by myself, and that somebody on the outside was just so man, it was just like,
Selfless.
what the hell? Like, that was, but even, not even that, but not just that, but even comments or like someone being like, yeah, like I went through that. This is where I'm going. It's so cool.
Yeah. It's good to have that support system. And in the realm of being kind to others, like having all of you always be so kind and positive and supportive, it makes it super easy for us to give that back to you guys and anyone else in our life. So it's a domino. It's the circle of life. We're butchering that song. Simba would be like, nope.
I have like this. No.
Now I want to watch Lion King. I haven't watched that in 150 years.
We are totally gonna have to end the vlog now because I can't do the rest, or the vlog with the live chat because I can't do the rest of it with this.
I really hope that's the thumbnail.
Ah! I hope so too because they'll be like, that's it. She's finally lost it. She's off the deep end.
If it's not, I'm gonna screenshot it and make it the thumbnail somehow.
I actually do really have to go because I had to meet somebody to go run. Haley looks like just this. Mm-hmm.
I think you should leave that on for the run.
I should. Nobody would mess with me. They'd think I was an airbender.
All right, guys. Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in and for chatting with us for this almost hour. And Empowered Fitness Mama, don't forget to email us so you can get your cakey cakes. And thank you guys so much. We hope you have an awesome week. Kick it. Kick it!
Oh, yeah, it's getting worse.
It's stuck on there, Celia.
No, my forehead took care of it. All right. We love you guys.
We see you next week, and Celia will see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. Bye.